The average SUV oil leak repair costs between $600 and $2,000. That's the quote your mechanic gives you while pointing at a dark puddle forming under your vehicle. And if it's a rear main seal, you are looking at $1,500 to $3,000, because they basically have to pull the transmission just to get to it. One Subaru Forester owner got quoted $3,000 for a single timing chain cover leak, $3,000 for a gasket. But here's what most mechanics won't tell you. There is a method that Japanese engineers and car enthusiasts have been using for years to stop minor to moderate oil leaks without ever lifting the hood for a major repair. If you're someone who cares about protecting your vehicle with real facts instead of marketing hype, hit that subscribe button right now. It's actually shocking that over 95% of viewers don't subscribe, despite saving hundreds or even thousands from the information in these videos. Subscribing costs you nothing, but helps me keep bringing you content that dealers don't want to see. It takes about 5 minutes, it costs under $15, and it is grounded in real chemistry, not snake oil promises. Today, I am going to walk you through exactly what it is, the science behind why it works when it works, and when you absolutely should not use it. First, let us talk about why your sport utility vehicle is leaking oil in the first place. Because understanding the problem is half the fix. Every engine has dozens of rubber seals and gaskets. Valve cover gaskets, oil pan gaskets, crankshaft seals, camshaft seals, oil filter housing gaskets, the list goes on. These are the barriers that keep oil inside your engine where it belongs. When your sport utility vehicle rolls off the assembly line, these seals are soft, flexible, and perfectly shaped. But here's the problem. Every single time you start your engine, those seals go through a heat cycle. Cold engine, hot engine, hot engine, hundreds of degrees of temperature swings. Thousands of cycles over the life of the vehicle. Over time, that constant thermal stress causes the rubber to harden, shrink, and crack. And once a seal shrinks even a fraction of a millimeter, oil finds its way through. That is physics. Most sport utility vehicles start developing minor oil seepage somewhere between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. By 120,000 to 150,000 miles, a significant percentage of vehicles have at least one active leak. Modern turbocharged sport utility vehicle engines make this worse because they run hotter than naturally aspirated engines. And that accelerates seal degradation. If you are driving a popular sport utility vehicle, such as a Toyota Highlander, Honda Pilot, Ford Explorer, Chevy Traverse, Subaru Outback, or a BMW X5, this is coming for you. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. BMW owners know this pain especially well. Their valve cover gaskets and oil filter housing gaskets are practically scheduled maintenance items. One BMW forum user reported replacing the same gaskets 3 times over 150,000 miles, spending thousands in labor each time. Meanwhile, even historically reliable Japanese engines will eventually develop seepage at the cam seals or valve covers. If you push past 100,000 miles without addressing the seals. Now here is where the Japanese trick comes in. I want to be clear, this is not some internet myth or backyard hack. This is rooted in actual chemical engineering that Japanese automotive companies have understood for decades. In Japan, where vehicle inspection standards are among the strictest in the world, thanks to a system called Shaken, owners are required to pass rigorous biannual inspections to keep their cars on the road. Fail the inspection and you cannot legally drive. The inspection covers everything from emissions to fluid leaks to brake performance. Even a minor oil seep that would be completely ignored in the United States can fail a Shaken inspection in Japan. This created a culture of preventive maintenance that goes way beyond what most American or European car owners practice. Japanese drivers do not wait for a problem to get bad. They treat small issues before they become big ones. And that philosophy extends directly to oil seals. Japanese chemical companies like QRA Industries, which has been operating since 1960, developed specialized engine oil additives designed specifically to address seal degradation before it becomes catastrophic. Their product, the QRA Stop Oil Leak Additive, carries a 4.1-star rating from thousands of reviews in Japan, and has become a staple in Japanese home maintenance garages. But the concept is not limited to one brand. The underlying technology is what matters, and it has been adopted by companies worldwide. From Liqui Moly in Germany to Lucas Oil in the United States. So what exactly does this trick involve? Here's the 5-minute process. With the engine off, you pop the oil filler cap on top of your engine. You pour in a single bottle of a seal conditioning additive, typically around 5 to 16 ounces, depending on the product and your engine's oil capacity. You replace the cap. You start the engine and let it idle for 10 to 15 minutes to circulate the additive through the oil system. That's it. 5 minutes of actual hands-on work. No tools, no jack stands, no mechanic. You can do this in your driveway, in your pajamas. But here's the part that actually matters, the science. Why does pouring a liquid into your oil filler stop a physical leak? The answer lies in seal chemistry, specifically in compounds called synthetic esters. When rubber seals harden and shrink from heat exposure, they lose the plasticizers that originally kept them soft and flexible. Think of it like a rubber band that has been sitting in the sun for years. It gets stiff, brittle, and eventually cracks. Seal conditioning additives contain ester-based compounds that penetrate the hardened rubber and restore flexibility. The esters interact with the elastomer material at a molecular level, causing the seal to soften slightly and expand back toward its original dimensions. This is called controlled seal swell, and it is not the same as the old-school stop-leak products from the 1970s and the 1980s that used ground walnut shells and sawdust to physically clog the leak point. Those products were genuinely terrible. They would clog oil passages, restrict flow to critical engine components, and cause catastrophic engine damage. Modern seal conditioners contain zero solids. They do not clog anything. They work by chemically rejuvenating the rubber itself. In fact, this same ester chemistry is already built into every bottle of high-mileage motor oil you see on the shelf. Valvoline Max Life, Mobil 1 High Mileage, Castrol High Mileage all contain seal conditioning agents. The dedicated additives simply deliver a more concentrated dose. Before we continue, if you are finding this useful, do me a favor and smash that like button. It helps the channel more than you think. Now here is the critical question. Does it actually work? The answer is yes, but with very important conditions. Independent testing from Project Farm put 14 different stop-leak additives through laboratory testing. They measured O-ring expansion, gasket softening, cold weather viscosity impact, and metal-to-metal wear protection. The results showed that quality seal conditioners genuinely do restore flexibility to hardened rubber components. Products containing ester-based formulas consistently soften heat-treated O-rings back toward their original dimensions without overswelling them. Real-world results back this up too. One Subaru Forester owner had been using high-mileage oil for over 2 years, trying to slow down 3 separate oil leaks. Nothing worked. He then added Liquimoly Oil Saver, drove the recommended 600 miles, changed the oil, and reported that the leaks had almost completely stopped. A Ford Taurus owner with a 2004 model and 256,000 miles had daily oil drips hitting his garage floor. He added a seal conditioning additive, and within 30 miles, the drips stopped entirely. This method only works on minor to moderate seepage from rubber seals and gaskets that have hardened and shrunk. That is it. If your valve cover gasket has a physical tear or crack, no additive on earth is going to fix it. If your oil pan has been damaged from road debris, a chemical is not going to patch aluminum. If your rear main seal has been chewed up by worn main bearings, swelling the seal temporarily just masks a much deeper mechanical problem. And if you have a blown head gasket, please do not pour stop leak into your engine. You need a mechanic. Full stop. There is another risk worth mentioning. Some cheaper stop leak products use aggressive petroleum distillates that overswell seals. They make a bad seal temporarily fatter, which might stop the leak for a few weeks, but then the chemical continues to degrade the rubber. Within months, the seal is worse than before, and now you have a bigger leak and potentially damaged every other seal in the engine. That is why the product you choose matters enormously. Stick with ester-based, solvent-free formulas from reputable brands. Look for products that explicitly state they contain no solids and will not affect oil viscosity. Here's how to know if your SUV is a good candidate for this method. Check your oil level with the dipstick. If you are losing less than half a quart between oil changes, that is a minor leak. This method is designed for exactly that scenario. If you see a light film of oil on the bottom of the engine or a few small spots on the driveway after parking overnight, you are in the sweet spot. But if your oil level is dropping a quart every 1,000 miles or you see significant pooling under the vehicle, that is beyond what any additive can handle. Get it inspected. Let me also address the elephant in the room. Is this a permanent fix? No. And anyone who tells you otherwise is selling something. This is a maintenance solution, not a repair. Japanese car culture treats it as exactly that. A preventive and ongoing treatment, not a one-time miracle cure. Many Japanese mechanics recommend adding a seal conditioner at every oil change as a preventive measure once a vehicle exceeds 75,000 miles. The idea is not to fix a catastrophic leak. It is to keep healthy seals from becoming leaky seals in the first place. That is the Kaizen philosophy in action. Continuous small improvements preventing big failures. Here is a practical step summary you can follow right now. Step 1. Check your oil level and identify the approximate location of the leak. Place clean cardboard under the engine overnight and check it in the morning. The drip pattern tells you roughly where the leak originates. Step 2. Purchase a quality seal conditioning additive. Key Reyes Stop Oil Leak Liqui-Moly Motor Oil Saver, Lucas Engine Oil Stop Leak or Bars Leaks Engine Oil Stop Leak. Concentrate are all solid options. Expect to pay between $8 and $15 for a treatment. Step 3. With the engine off, pour the additive into the oil filler opening. Do not overfill your engine. Check the dipstick to confirm you are within the safe range. Step 4. Start the engine and let it idle for 10 to 15 minutes. This circulates the additive throughout the entire oil system and ensures it reaches all seals. Step 5. Drive normally. Most products need 200 to 500 miles of driving for the seal conditioning effect to fully take hold. Some leaks stop within 30 miles. Others take a full tank of gas. The bottom line is this. American SUV owners spend an average of $600 to $2,000 fixing oil leaks that in many cases could have been prevented or managed with a $12 bottle of seal conditioner and 5 minutes of effort. Japanese car owners have known this for years. Their cars regularly hit 200,000 to 300,000 miles on the odometer because they do not wait for catastrophic failure. They maintain proactively, they treat small problems while they are still small, and they use the right products for the job. And one more thing people overlook. Oil leaks are not just about the mess on your driveway. When oil drips onto your exhaust manifold or catalytic converter, it creates a burning smell that seeps into your cabin through the vents. Worse, oil that saturates your serpentine belt causes it to slip, squeal, and eventually fail, which stops your alternator from charging and takes out power steering and air conditioning all at once. A $12 preventive treatment versus a cascading multi-system failure, that is not even a close decision. You can keep ignoring that dark spot on your driveway. Or you can spend 5 minutes this weekend and potentially save yourself a $2,000 repair bill. Your call. That's all for today. If this video saved you money or taught you something new, hit that like button and subscribe so you do not miss the next one.